All right, we are live. Stay tuned. All right, and welcome. It's official. We are here. Three of the five or six that will be joining us. Oh, I'm off camera here. We have a special guest coming in as well. The consultant will be joining us live. We are not certain if Finest will join us. I haven't heard back from him yet. So we'll see what happens with that. But for right now, we have A6 on the line. We also have Joseph. Go ahead and introduce yourself, guys.
You know what time it is. You know what rhyme it is. It's the Foreign National Board Natural A6 in the building. And we are discussing things that we should be discussing as foreign nationals, not U.S. citizens. So this isn't the channel for you if you are not on the same wavelength.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Joseph.
Hey everybody. I'm trying to keep my mic, like, I prefer to keep it on mute right now to like people outside doing yard work and shit.
Okay. All right. Not a problem. So as you see across the bottom of the screen, hey, by the way, welcome. It is Sunday, May the 16th. This is the first of its kind where we're going to give an opportunity once we get going here every 15 or so minutes. We'll give those who are wanting to make a public declaration as an American national, we're going to give you that opportunity. You can take the American national oath. And I'll show you why that's important and why that being done in the public is actually an official act, and it's bona fide. Okay, so we'll talk more about that a little bit. How's my sound? Is my sound okay? Or is it good? Okay, excellent. All right, so we're gonna let people get time to get in here. Welcome once again. It is May the 16th of 2021. We want to mark this off as a special event for the American nation and the American nationals and the American National Consulate. So hopefully we get a good amount of people in here so that we can make this thing official and move on with all the things that we aspire to do with the American nation and the consulate. As you see once again, across the bottom, as you know, I always say, this is not intended for this is intended only for American nationals. It's not intended for any United States citizens. And if you find yourself here and you're a United States citizen, you may experience some static in the line every once in a while because you're probably outside of your jurisdiction. All right. and we don't want to have to call your father, so don't make us do that. So this is exclusively for American nationals. All right, so we're going to let people get some time to get in here. I'm looking at the comments section. Tony Cooper's here. Tony Cooper says, "What's up? Strong 100%. Absolutely." All right. Keith Lamont says, "Greetings. Greetings to you. Happy American National Day." That's what we're going to declare this day. Every 15 minutes, we're going to give you the chance to make your declaration in the public. If you want to take the oath to the American nation, we're going to give you that opportunity to do. Make sure you like. Everybody should be liking and sharing this information with the like-minded individuals. We are waiting on the consultant to come and join us. Joseph is in the background there. I have A6 Grind Time on with us right now, and James C. Lovett, aka the Bad Wolf, should be along shortly. We're checking the feed to make sure everything's good with that. I'm gonna run this intro again. As more people trickle in here, stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. All right. Welcome. I am on the line live right now with A6 Grind Times. Shout them out, Grind Time.
Yo, you know what it is. The Foreign National Born Natural. We out here live doing the thing. We about to talk over some stuff that y'all need to be hearing. And that's my man right there. There he is. My man got the silk shirt on. Yo, my man chilling in Miami or something like that. He got the stogie in one hand and the lighter in the other one.
I got it right here.
That's what's up, man.
What's going on,
gentlemen?
All right, go ahead and get a few words in there. Introduce yourself, Bad Wolf.
What's up, everybody? This is James C. Lovett, also known as the Bad Wolf, checking in with my boys, the fam. Just ready to do this. Let's get it going.
All right, excellent. Welcome. This is our inaugural show. This will set the precedence going forward. I plan on every 15 minutes, as you see scrolling across the bottom there, we will give you the opportunity to declare your status with the American nation and American National Consulate and what have you. And I will have the oath up in a little bit, and we will do it publicly here. And then what we will do is provide you the forms and things with the fingerprint. Remember, we talked about the fingerprint, the thumbprint, and the actual release for us to use that thumbprint and your mark so that we can send that in. And we'll be going over some of the treaty that is finally ready, right? We've been waiting forever for this thing, but we had to make sure it was done correctly. In a moment, the consultant will be joining us, and we're going to do some election or selection or whatever, however you want to look at it, so that we can get this thing moving. Everybody's waiting on the cause to go forward. And today is the day, May the 16th of 2021. We're going to start and make this thing go viral in the American national community. Definitely. So, all right, I see you. They're saying they're ready. That's awesome. I'm loving what I'm seeing, the camaraderie. This is what it was supposed to be all along. And I just wholly believe that we cannot be doing this thing as a solo. We need each other, and we have to work together. And this is the time to make that happen. Welcome to the live, the consultant. Shout out, man.
What's going on? You guys can hear me?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are upon you.
Jesus
The apocalypse. Whoa, slow your roll. Don't even joke like that. Throw that in your face later on.
you know, the apocalypse just means a new beginning. Basically, that's all it means.
Facts. Yeah, but you tell that to the public though, people will start panicking. Like, yo, get rid of those guys. Apocalypse.
Yeah. Education is everything. Education is everything. But I'm going to be scrolling a few things across the bottom. We'll start at the top corner there with A6 to bring up any topic that he so chooses or wants to convey. And we can all join in with him on these vital topics that we're going to discuss. And like I said, you can see across the bottom every 15 minutes, starting at, let's say, 6:15. So 15 minutes. So at 6:30, we will put up the oath. And anyone interested in averring and declaring their status as an American national. In fact, I need to go over why that's important. Consultant, actually, we had a great meeting on that, going over what's known as the USC, Title 8. And I'll show you how it's hidden, and I'll show you the relevance of it so that you can see everything that we are doing is in fact in law. We are not doing anything illegal or unlawful. It's in their own statutes and codes. And so we'll give you the opportunity to do that. Okay, let me get back to this ticker. So every 15 minutes you see there, you'll have that opportunity. Also, I want to make sure before we get going that you know that this is intended for American nationals only. And again, if you happen to be a United States citizen and you are here, you are probably going to be experiencing some static because you're probably picking up the wrong frequency. All right. So also, I want to say, and we're going to make sure tonight, we're going to do the Cash App through the American consulate. And what that is if you want to put where you want to direct your donation that we'll take here all together, just put where in the description where you want to direct it to, and we'll make sure that it gets to the appropriate party that you want to send that to. All right. So there's your opportunity. $ American consulate. Okay. For the Cash App. And we will make sure that any funds get to the appropriate individual here. Also, the American National Consulate number is right there. So it's 1-833-263-7266. And there's the American consulate. It's moving kind of fast, but the Gmail that you can use as well. So, all right, let's get going. Let me make sure we're good here. A6, you are on. The liberty is yours.
What up? All right, so just to set the record straight, are we just discussing things that we could discuss whatever, like in terms of research?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, interestingly enough, when this before we began here, I was doing some research. So I'm looking into Sherrard versus Cullen. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with that. Sherrard versus Cullen, 481 F 945. And the summation of it was, for a crime to exist, there must be an injured party. There can be no sanction or penalty imposed upon one because of this exercise of a constitutional rights. So looking into that, interestingly enough, I stumbled upon another case here because I'm looking into that basically just to have, if you're doing this whole entire thing, you should probably have that memorized because there will come a time when you need to exercise that particular knowledge. So please do memorize Sherrard versus Cullen. And pull it up yourself if you have a computer or a phone, and you can look up that entire case. But I stumbled upon this right here.
Spell it for me. Sherrard.
It is SHERAR. V versus
SHERAR.
Yeah, SHERAR.
Okay.
Versus Cullen, CULLEN.
I did see that before. Okay.
Yeah, 481 F945, and it'll direct you to where you need to go at.
All right, I'm gonna put it in the chat right now.
Absolutely.
So anybody interested, there it is. Sherrard versus Cullen. I'll put it up on the screen. There you go.
And that basically says what we've been saying over and over again. These unconstitutional gun laws and things of that nature, you shouldn't be able. You got to ask permission to be able to carry bear arms and such. This all completely violates that particular ruling. So here's the thing. I stumbled upon Wyman versus James. Now, I didn't get in the in-depths of this case, but I did see the overhauls. So Wyman versus James, 400 U.S. 309. That's 1971. So it's got in parentheses, holding that the welfare benefits were terminated because the recipient refused to be interviewed in her house. No search can be under the Fourth Amendment. No search under the Fourth Amendment was involved. That even if it were a search, it was not unreasonable. And even if it were an unreasonable search, the welfare recipient had waived the right to object by accepting benefits. We've been talking about that for like the last 3 months. And you had somebody on your live. I think this was like this might have been a month ago, and they were like, "Yo, so I got to give up my benefits." It's like, bro, you're gonna have to pick one or another, man. You can't do both.
All right.
Yeah. So that's pretty much where we at. I just wanted to bring that up real fast.
Consultant, go ahead.
Oh, I'm listening, man. I mean, shoot, if they do accept benefits, they need to know that they have the right to object to it. You know, they always give you an out. If there's an in, there's an out.
Right.
You know, so all you got to do is object to, any agreements, even if you don't know the agreement, just go in, object to them. They can't hold you liable for anything, especially if you didn't know. They don't even have jurisdiction over you, all that stuff. We can get into that later though.
Right. All right. So again, every 15 minutes, you will have the opportunity to declare your status as an American national. I want to real quick go over. James, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good.
Okay, you just holding the cut? Okay. All right, so I just want to go over this real quick. This is very important. I'm going to share a screen. This is what it's all about. This is what we're doing here tonight, okay? Share a screen here. All right. Okay, so everybody, hopefully you can see this. United States Code Title 8. Let me show you how slick this is.
That's that thing there.
I'm telling you. Watch this. All right. So watch what they did. They don't want you to know this. All right. Watch this. I'm going to go down to immigration here. Number 11. Nationality. Watch this. 8 USC Chapter 11. Nationality. Look it. We're going to focus right here. Subchapter 4. And if we get cut off, y'all know why. They hid this. Watch this. Loss of nationality. Click on that. Now watch this. Look what happened. Nothing is there. 800, Section 800 was transferred. The average individual that's not learned in what to look for and in the legalities and how they're attorneying things would stop right here. They'd be like, oh, there's nothing there. Look here. 801 to 80810 was repealed, 1952. But I digress. Let's go back. That's Title 4. They repealed that. But look, they didn't say nothing about repealing this. But look, it's not here. So look, let's see. It says transferred, right? Click on that. Look it's gone. There's nothing there. You see? So the average individual gives up right here, right? But see, we know better. So what we're going to do is click on notes. Codification. Look Section RS, remember we're talking about nationality and the loss of that nationality. Now check this out. Section RS 1999 is set out as a note under Section 1481 of this title. Which title? Title 8. You see how they're throwing you through loopholes and stuff? Now watch why this is important. Watch why they're doing this. Watch this. I'm going to click on that. Now you're going to see. Check this out. Here it is, 1481, loss of nationality by native born or naturalized citizen. Look at voluntary action. You can voluntarily lose or waive your election as in your nationality. Check this out. Then they talk about the burden of proof. Who is the burden on? Look, presumptions. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. A person who is a national of the United States, look, whether by birth or naturalization, shall lose his nationality by voluntarily performing any of the following acts with the intention of relinquishing United States nationality. It's been here this whole time. Now check this out. Watch this. If we get cut off, y'all know why. Look. Obtaining naturalization in a foreign state. These are how you can lose it. Watch. If you obtain naturalization in a foreign state upon his own application or upon an application filed by a duly authorized agent after having attained the age of 18. What you're about to do tonight, I hope you're past or at the age of 18 because you're about to do what you want to do. Now, let's see what a foreign state is. When they're saying a foreign state, let's see what they're talking about. Look at foreign state. The term foreign state includes outlying possessions of a foreign state. What does that mean? But self-governing dominions or territories under mandate or what's this word? Trusteeship shall be regarded as separate foreign entities. You got a 98 number in a trust?
There you go.
There you go. You already halfway out if you got that. All you got to do now is just make your declaration. Watch this. And that's why we needed to do it in the public. So it's on the public record. And I'm going to show you how bad this is in a minute. Because all of you that are here, the lucky ones that are here, are going to be witnesses for those who waive their nationality. Therefore, when any one of you need to go to court, we will stand as witness to your declaration and loss of nationality. That waives the jurisdiction of the United States or any of its agencies over you. We're not
That's
messing
dope.
we're not messing around.
My man on the ball, man. That's respect, bro.
No, this is collaboration. Yosef and consultant. We got it, man. We were hitting this. Check it out. Look at number 2. This is how you lose it. Taking an oath or making an affirmation or other formal declaration of allegiance to a foreign state. American nationals. That's a foreign state. American National Consulate is a foreign state by definition because it is a trust. Watch what I tell you. Or a political subdivision thereof after having attained the age of 18 years. Are y'all ready or what? Let's do this. Look at, and then you can read on. I don't want to go over this whole thing because we're coming up at 6:23. At 6:30, those who are ready to make their first declaration, I'll pull up the oath of the American National Consulate and American Nationals, and you can get it on right now. And it's on the public record because this is being recorded, and you got witnesses. There's at least 30 of us right now that are witnessing it. Now, let a DA stand up and say that it's not true. You think they can go up against 30 eyewitnesses? Firsthand knowledge?
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. We don't play. Look it. Okay. So I'm going to let y'all go over the rest. I ain't going to burn up all the time. Let me let somebody else talk, and I'll be watching the clock. We got 6 minutes to the first declarations. I'm going to let somebody else talk now. Speech.
I think it's on my man right here. He don't want to speak yet.
All right, get it in. Get it in.
Bad Wolf.
I was just chilling.
Bob, oh, you over there vibing, yo.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know. I've just been doing a lot of research on everything, man. Last couple of videos I made, kind of wrapping up the passport process. We pretty much got that ironed out, and just going back over some of the Supreme Court rulings and concerns to, right to travel. So just looking back over that, see if we missed anything. Other than that, I've just been getting people interested in how to do it, and making sure they have a binder with their information in the vehicle. Been talking about that a lot lately. I've been sending a lot of people over to court because they've been asking about trust. So what's going to happen is we're going to have a Courtney takeover, Knowledge Wealth Media takeover on my channel, so that more people who keep asking about that through me, that's not what I do. You know what I mean? So I refer it over to the expert. Because everybody's starting to wanting to put their vehicles in trust. They want to set up a living trust and all that kind of stuff. So it's growing. I mean, I did a couple consultations today, and everybody was like mentioning how, we take care of business. We're very professional. Everything's legit. I had some people tell me that they called the consulate number, and they were like, whoa. They were like, I thought I called the government for a minute. Like, one cat said he hung up because he was like,
he was like, government, you feel me?
He was like, I don't want that smoke. He's like, I wasn't trying to bother the government. He's like, and then I called it back and listened to everything. And I was like, oh, okay, man. He's like, so people were telling me they were plugging into A6's channel too. You know what I mean? So they definitely see that we're handling business. You know what I mean? So everything's going forward, which is awesome. People have been like, man, thank you guys. You guys have changed my life. This stuff is amazing. Matter of fact, I had an 80-year-old lady email me. Basically, she was in tears in the email. She was like, I went my whole life not knowing this. She's like, this is the first time in my life I felt like I'm actually free. Like, this is my country. She's like, I finally feel right. You know what I mean? Like, and I know for me, when I started learning this stuff, it was definitely like a weight was lifted off of my shoulders, And I don't know what everybody believes in, but I'll tell you this: this is some God's work right here, man. He wants people free, and he's working through us. You know what I mean? So we just got to keep doing what we're doing. That's what everybody keeps saying. They're like, God bless y'all. They're like, keep doing what y'all doing.
Yo, drop the link in the joint, yo, because I think Finest is on. I don't know if he can jump in or not, but yo, drop the link in case he want to jump in.
Yeah, I just seen him pop in the comments.
All right. I'll drop it. On you, consultant, if you got anything you want to share. Hey, tell us about the stop the other day.
Oh man. All right. Yeah, I was traveling, and I have like some new custom plates or whatnot that I put on my car. It just has my my trust number and everything. Like right here, this is my trust made way back in 2016. It's as you can see, it's in Thai. I have one in Thai. I have a Thai trust. I have a trust in Guyana, etc. Because that's where I do business and I hold my stuff, my property and things like that. And I also hold it here too, where I live as well, because that's outside of the jurisdiction of the U.S. But yeah, with the stop, man, I didn't even have my passport on me. I didn't have no driver's license, no registration. No, nothing. All I had was my authenticated birth certificate, and just a picture of my actual passport. The crazy part, what actually got to me after the stop and talking with you and everything afterwards was like, I could have like photoshopped the photo, a picture or anything, and they didn't even like check anything. It's weird. I don't understand that portion of it, but yeah, he couldn't establish jurisdiction.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. If I can just cut in for a sec, yo.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like their dispatch is telling these guys, don't give him a hard time. Don't make this easy for him. Make sure you make him remember this shit ain't gonna be no walk in the park, because ain't really technically much they can actually do. But like they could give you a bunch of shit about it, and like if you put it online, and other people say, well, I'm gonna get shit if I do it, so maybe I won't do it. It's like a scare tactic. It seems like.
Yeah.
Hey, the one thing people have to remember is like if you're gonna go down the path of freedom, you cannot have fear. Like I have people right now, like always texting me, emailing me, and I give them like the paperwork, like an affidavit or something like that. I tell them what to do. They get it and they're like, all scared and stuff. I'm like, dude, go back, man. Just go back. But I can't live that way. It's all about freedom for me. And I've been living this way since 2010. In and out of the country, all types of stuff, even through this pandemic. Me and my girl, we travel every other week, different countries, etc. We don't get stopped or nothing like that. Nothing actually. And it's been good, man. The American national thing is where it's at. You just have to know who you are. Once you know who you are, you can put those cops in check, because they're outside of their pay grade.
Right, that's right.
If I paid you, cop, you're gonna do what I say. But obviously, we know where the taxes get allocated to, so we technically don't have any say so when they pull us over and things like that. But if they make that first initial minimum contact, take that, because they're doing your job. They're making your job much easier. They're just documenting everything. Let's say with my tag, with the stop from the other day, they documented my tag. When I came home just a few minutes ago, a cop was behind me. He actually honked the horn and waved.
Might have been the same guy.
It wasn't the one that was in the video, but it was like 4 other cops behind me with him, and that was one of the guys. He was the sergeant or whatnot. I guess like of their troop or whatever. He was the top guy in their troop. And like, I treated him with, I won't say respect, but I gave him what he gave me.
Right.
I guess I reciprocated, what he did. And it was cool after that. I don't have any problems. That's how it goes. But if they pull you and you get belligerent and stuff like that, then that's when problems come.
Right.
Right. Just take the ticket. Tell them you want to take the ticket.
That's the debtor mentality, man. I try to explain it to people like, yo, the creditor and debtor thing is very much alive. And if you start acting like a U.S. citizen debtor, you start yelling and shit, then they're going to treat you like a debtor. Sometimes they try to teach you like a debtor anyway, but if you maintain honor, you got a better chance of taking care of that shit,
Hey, you know how you flip that? Tell them you want to take it to court. I don't mind taking it to court because I'm just going to put in a counterclaim and sue you.
Right.
Creditor right there.
Legally, the first thing they're supposed to do is ask your citizenship status.
Yeah, exactly.
If you read through the materials, that's the first thing they're supposed to ask, because the moment you say U.S. citizen, obviously they have the jurisdiction.
Yeah.
You say foreign national, that's a wrap. That's it. They know right then and there they don't have jurisdiction, and this pretty much ain't going anywhere the way that they thought it was going to go.
Right.
And we're going to show the evidence of that too.
So in talking with one of my clients today, as a matter of fact, I thought this was really interesting. So he had got into a traffic stop, but much like, A6, he had the materials ready, and, I kind of stepped him through what to do with, about, all the stuff. So he ended up, for whatever reason, going into court. He kind of caught me in the middle of the process. Otherwise, I wouldn't even let him go. But anyway, it's kind of good he did, because he ends up telling me that after everything was done, he got out of it, everything was good. So, another win for the Nationals. But off the record, the judge pulled him to the side and said, you know what? We're actually just now being taught this stuff.
What? Get out of here.
And that's the thing. We think because it's there that they know. No one's teaching them all the Supreme Court, rulings and all that. So some of them know, some of them don't. You got some OGs who know what's going on, but not all of them do. Because think about it. Why would the bar teach them this aspect of it?
Exactly.
You keep your nose to the grindstone. So I thought that was fascinating. That dude said that the judge pulled him to the side and said, we are just now being taught this.
Yep.
That is excellent.
I got to break in because it's time to get that first round of declarations in. All right. So I'm going to share a screen. Here's how we're going to do it. We can't get everybody on here audio wise, But what I'm going to do is get a confirmation from you, and I'll put your name up on the screen if you have taken this oath. So I'm going to read it off, and if you are in a line with this declaration, we'll take it and I'll put it up on the screen so that everybody can witness the name of who took it. I would really like. Let's back up. What's going to end up happening is, under the American National Consulate, you will have to have a different identification. Okay? I'm going to explain why, or we can all explain why, but it is very necessary. Okay? It has to do with your separate commercial entity, or what you're going to now be known as, or whatever. You know, like the Moorish nation, they figured out why that's important to do. And I think it's obvious, but in the legal realm, you know, there has to be a distinction between, you know, a legal entity and your individual self. If you don't make that distinction, obviously that's where we find, or U.S. citizens have found themselves in voluntary servitude all this time, which we've been awakened to. So that will be vital and important. But for these intents and purposes, I think it's important that you indicate who you are when you take this oath, okay? Just for posterity and the record's sake here. So I will read it, okay? And then if you agree to it, it's the same thing. Use your mark, whatever your mark may be, okay? And we'll use that as a representation here on the public record. And then later on, I'll actually circulate and send you the email that will have the thumbprint and you'll put your mark and your signature, or not your signature, your autograph on there. Okay. And that will be on the official record for the American National Consulate. Okay. All right. So I'll share a screen. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're dealing with. If I can figure this out here. Oh, there we go. Oh, sorry. All right. So can everybody see that? Or should I blow it up more?
No, I can't see that.
You can't see it? I'll blow it up.
I can't read it. I can see it. I can't read it.
Oh, there we go. That's good. That's good. All right.
I can blow it up.
All right. I see it.
You got it?
The widescreen. I had to widescreen it, but I can see it now.
All right. So here we go. You can read it along with me. All right. And then again, in the comments section, whether private or you should make it public. So put it in the comment section here so we all can witness it, because it's going to be important. This is that camaraderie, bringing it together. And all of your brothers and sisters that are here will act as witnesses, and you will have everybody's autograph and thumbprint testifying, which will be as strong as oak. Nobody will be able to break that. All right. So here's what it says. I, and then insert your identity or name, one of the people unified as an American national, under oath and affirmation, do hereby and hereinafter knowingly and intentionally pledge my allegiance to the American nation and its American National Consulate, waiving all benefits and allegiances from and to any other nation, U.S. included, which might construe or form a presumption of an obligation or duty. In peace, I understand, understand, and overstand that I am friends with all nations and people. In war, I shall stand or fall upon my natural, God-given freedoms and liberties as an American national. My natural rights, intact and forever unalienable and irrevocable, shall stand strong upon this North American land. In law, I shall stand at all times, separate and distinct from all legal and commercial entities, a natural man or woman, sui juris, pre-existing in spirit and in truth, all de facto and colorable constructions and contrivances of men. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. So
Yes, sir.
at this particular time, it is 6:39 p.m. Central Standard Time on May the 16th, 2021. Those of you that are in agreement and are willing to take that oath and allegiance to the American nation and American National Consulate, then go ahead and signify that you are doing so in the comment section. All right. Start it up. All right. We got Mel, Tyreek Ronald McBay. All right. Welcome to the family. Everybody is witness to this. All right. Joseph, I'm assuming that is your declaration, but why don't you go ahead and give it? We need, Joseph Lopez. I'll call out your name then. All right. So go ahead and put your declaration or your acknowledgement to that declaration. So it's on the record. And all right. We all are witnessing to it. Welcome to the family. Jason Rainey. All right. Excellent. Who is this cat? The bad wolf. All right. I'm typing me in there. And it is important that you start to think about your new identity, the name that you will use in the consulate and in the American nation. Okay, it's important that you do that. So start to think about that. All right, I'm in there. All right, let me see. Terrell, let me catch up. The consultant.
Yeah, that's me.
All right, excellent. Stephen Williams says he accepts. Antonio, A6, grind time. All right. Kevin Della, Keme. All right. Oops, sorry. All right. This is all for posterity. This is on the record. This is on the record. Bill Cole says he takes the oath. William Johnson, what is the difference between a non-national American and a national? We will get to that, but right now it's oath time, so we will come back to that. Stephen Williams, I accept. All right, so the time is 6:42. You have 3 more minutes to make your declaration on this pass. Every 15 minutes we will do. So the next time will be at 7 o'clock. All right. Cooper J. Tony Ronell, I take the oath and accept. Excellent. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family, everyone that has taken the oath and affirmation. I will show you once again what this actually means. Hopefully you were here to catch it on the first pass. Keith Ramel, Ramil Rodriguez, okay, by Keith Ferguson as power of attorney. All right, it is on the record. We are the record, ain't that right, consultant?
Oh, yeah.
We are. Can you explain that while we're taking these oaths?
Oh, yeah. You create, like right now, we're creating a court of record. Everyone has the power to do that. It's all, your power has always been in your hands, you know? And you have the power to create a court of record. They can't, as long as you, they can't rebut it, you know, or anything. It's your court of record. They never bring in a court of record when they're trying to place things on you, liability on you, etc.
That's right.
You know, so that's one of the most important things you can do to protect yourself is always make a court of record, such as like even recording something and stating, like if everyone watches my video, I stated right at the end, this is my court of record.
Yep, I've seen it. Yeah,
it's evidence. If you go ask a lawyer about evidence, they'll tell you no evidence has ever been, presented in the court.
Right.
They ask for proof, but that's not evidence. Evidence is, a court of record. Hasn't been recorded and, in a court. People have to know what a court is. That's your paperwork,
James Way is asking if we're going to do any more of these in the future. Yes, we will. This is now family. Everyone that has taken that oath, we do have your autograph and name for posterity on the record, and I will ask that you also here look at the bottom of the screen. You see, there's your American National Consulate. Okay, we're going to explain why this is important to you. But for right now, you see the email there. Take that email down, AmericanNatCon@protonmail.com. It is encrypted. Okay, so it is secure, and also send your emails there. Everyone that has taken the oath, send your emails to the American Consulate Proton Mail there at the bottom of the screen, so that we can give you your official certificates and all of that kind of thing. Will correspond through that secure email. Okay, please do that. It's very vital. All right, so it is 6:45, and we'll do the next one at 7 o'clock. I'm going to turn it back over to the gang here, or the group. I know A6 don't like that word, gang. All right, it's on y'all.
Give me 1 sec. Hold on, I'm doing something.
All right, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. And across the bottom there, you can see the ticker, and that is if you want to donate to your American National Consulate or to any individual here on the live tonight. We appreciate your support and donations. That's what helps us keep going, and keep providing services that we do. So we appreciate and covet your donations at the $ American Consulate. That's the Cash App. And what we will do is handle distributing that. You can direct it, the donation to whom you want in the description. Just indicate who you want it to go to. All right. We're a family anyways. It does not matter, but we will make sure it gets to where it needs to go. Back to the comments. I'll leave it up to you guys to pick up where you want to, whatever you want to discuss or whatever.
All right. So I did have a note right here I wanted to read off, so you guys can do your own research in the comment section. I'm pretty sure everybody here is abreast of the knowledge. All right, so the acceptance of a license, the acceptance of a license in whatever form will not impose upon the licensee an obligation to respect or comply with any provision of the statute of which the regulations prescribed that are repugnant to the Constitution of the United States, and that is W.W. Cargill Company versus the state of Minnesota, 140 U.S. 452. I believe that case was about the storage of like grains of rice or something like that, and they basically had said that they released this as the overall summation of the case. So you can look into that.
Huh. All right. I see William Johnson. Are you listening or are you trying to get on the show? Did you want to be added to the stream? You're just listening?
You could do that in the room.
I just wanted to make sure because sometimes
that's all good.
If Finest Thing was trying to get in here, I can only have 6 on the stream. So, but it's cool. Just hang out there. If Finest Thing wants to join, I guess he'll send us a message or whatever. All right. I see people still declaring the oath at 7 o'clock. Make sure you wait for that time there so we can get it officially on the record. All right. But I'll put that up there. All right,
fellas. So let me ask you guys a question. So, what James Lovett just taught us, man, the bad wolf, he just basically said they're being taught this information. Now, let's be 100% honest. Just because they're being taught this information doesn't necessarily mean it's going to benefit us. They might be trying to find ways to get around that shit. Same way they did with the tickets with the passport for a long time. And I've been saying this for a while. When they switched over from the handwritten tickets, where they actually had to physically write the tickets and you had to sign it, and then your signature basically affirms that you are accepted as an offer, and then they send it off. They found a way around that with the computers. So like now they do it, it's all computer generated. Once they put the ticket in the system, it automatically gets sent off and the court date is automatically computer release set. I don't even think to be honest with you, I don't even think it's a situation where anybody writes off on it. I think it's all 100% computerized. So like you can't just write UCC 1308 on it anymore. It doesn't work that way. So how do y'all feel about that? Do you think they're finding a ways around, or?
Man, they're all administrative. They all have DUNS numbers. It's like, could Walmart sue you? You know what I mean? Walmart's officers. It's a business. If someone goes into their courtrooms, it's like you got to treat it as a business. Mm-hmm. Stay in honor for yourself, and just, get up out of there. It's ways of doing it. I just deny everything. I don't care if they got a video of me. It wasn't me.
That's the shaggy joint.
Hey, I'm standing right here.
I mean, even for me, like the last time I dealt with a ticket that I didn't even get a physical one. They just sent it in the mail. It came to my house, and I sent it right back. I got my stamper. Bad boy, right? Bad boy, right here. I stamp it, zap, zap, and send it back. Yep, there it is. Yeah, buddy.
Yo, I did the same thing, but they still try to force forward with it. So I mean,
I'm gonna tell you right now that if you consider yourself to be a national and you don't have a stack of envelopes and some stamps, you ain't no U.S. national or American national. Because I'm telling you, you're going to go to paper war. That my boy. And then also, like, I don't know if you have it, but like on mine, I have foreign national and I have the cease and desist on there.
Yeah, I got that.
And it says no contract with prejudice, UCC 1-308, void and refused. These will cost you like $8 on Amazon. Send it back. One time I had them send it back to me. I sent it right back and I said, this is your second time to cease and desist. Otherwise, you have violated, you're committing mail fraud. Okay. Because you're trying to reach somebody who ain't here. That ain't me. All right. And next, you can hold them liable for all that. I mean, you gave them a cease and desist order and they're harassing you at that point in time. You gave them their warning. Treat them like they try to treat you. You know what I mean? Like my man said, it's all business. Mm-hmm. We don't have no contract.
But I'm gonna tell you like this. It's all gonna stop after tonight. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you're going to have brothers from East Coast to West Coast and sisters, hopefully. I mean, where are all the ladies at? But anyways, that are going
Instagram.
TikTok.
I didn't say that. I'm sorry. I didn't say
that. But all jokes aside, look, William Johnson laughing too. Look, hey, but look, you're gonna have your brothers and sisters from coast to coast, right? That are going to act as witnesses from now on, because we're gonna have everybody's thumbprint and their mark, and that's going to act. They're going to act as witnesses to your actual jurisdiction. So all this stuff you've been going through, all this, getting pulled over on the side of the road and you all by yourself, that's not going to happen anymore for those that have taken the oath. Because now, anytime one of you gets pulled over, you're going to contact your consulate with that 1833 number. And then what's going to happen is an alert in APB is going to go to everybody's email that has taken the oath and that is a member of the American National Consulate. And so each one will then contact the DA, either an email correspondence or phone call, and say that we are monitoring, we're peaceful, but we are monitoring. You have one of ours there. And we are monitoring that to make sure that everything is in accordance with law and not legalities.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? All those signatures, all those people having your back. And once it gets from the East Coast to the West Coast, and people in the law enforcement starts to know that there are actually people watching them and their behaviors in accordance with law and outside of the jurisdiction of the United States, all that stuff's going to stop.
Yep. Immediately.
Word. Hey, so I wanted to talk to y'all too later on privately between the four of us. But so I guess we can start focusing on creating our own IDs and everything too. I guess that's later on down the road.
I'm on that right now.
Because we're gonna need that. I'm not sure how it's gonna work with the passports and such. You know what I mean? That's a whole different ball game. So we'll talk about that also and all that good stuff.
Yep.
Everything we need to be self-sustainable. So that's what we intend to do,
I'm going to show you how we have the delegation of authority to make our own passports under the consulate and our own IDs. Remind me to show you guys that. Yeah, it's 6:56. We got 4 minutes to the next round of declarations. I was going to say something else. I forgot. But let me pull up our, one moment. Let's go back here. Oh, sorry. One moment. I'll figure this out. All right, so this is why we're doing it again. I just want to go over it one more time. This is 8 U.S. Code 1481, talking about loss of nationality by native-born or naturalized citizen. This is a voluntary action, meaning you have the right to make this choice, and no one can stand in the way. And then it's talking about the burden of proof and the presumption. So this is what is actually happening. If you are ready to take this declaration, if you have not already, if you've already done it, you don't have to do it again. We got it on record. All right. So A, this is how you lose the United States jurisdiction and their nationality. A person who is a national of the United States, whether by birth or naturalization, shall lose his nationality voluntarily performing any of the following acts with the intention, your intention is everything, of relinquishing United States nationality. Here it is. If you obtain naturalization in a foreign state, here, what is a foreign state? A foreign state includes outlying possessions of a foreign state, but self-governing dominions or territories under mandate or trusteeship shall be regarded as a separate foreign state. Okay. The American National Consulate is a trust. The American nation is a trust. All right. So that we are categorized as a foreign state. Now check this out. Taking an oath, that's what you're doing tonight, or making an affirmation or other formal declaration. Formal declaration. We are in our public, the American national public. This is our formal declaration of allegiance to a foreign state. There it is. Or a political subdivision thereof. After having attained the age of 18. So you must be of the age of 18, or your guardian should be accompanying you when you make the oath and the affirmation. All right. So that's all I really need to say right there. That is Title 8 USC 14, Section 1481 right there. So that's what we are doing. And you have 2 minutes until the next round of declarations. I'll let somebody else speak.
All right. So moving forward, I suppose. All right. So let me ask you guys a question. What documents does everybody travel with in their car? Automobile.
No,
all right, look, I'm gonna start off. All right, look, boom. So this is what I keep in my car. I keep in a copy of the UCC 1308, just for anybody watching. I keep in UCC 9109, basically the declaration, basically calling your automobile, your personal conveyance, private property, an extension of your household, pretty much. I keep a copy of that. I keep a copy of the letter from the Department of State to North Carolina's police. I think it was the chief or something like that. I keep a copy of that in there because they don't be trying to hear shit else until they see that official seal for who they work for. I also keep the Foreign National Police Policy PDF on hand. I know a lot of people were emailing me about that. Some of you guys don't have them for your particular cities, but what you can probably do is you might be able to present one from another city within the same state you're in, because all the states really have to go by the same statutes and all that stuff that they're under. So I would keep that in your car if I were you guys. I also keep the definition of travel, even though the police officers probably won't even read that shit. Definition of travel, definition of driver. I keep everything in a binder, like Courtney was telling us. Keep it in not Courtney, but Bad Wolf was telling us, keep it in a binder or a folder or something like that. Make it so it's easy to get to. Don't put it under the seat. Don't put it in the glove box. Yo, don't put it in the glove box.
He's reaching. He's reaching.
Yo, please, for the love of God, do not put it in your glove box. What I usually like to do is I'll sit it right either on top of the seat, or I'll move very slowly and I'll just take it from right between the seat and the dash, or not the dash, the seat and the center console, and then I'll present it. Or what a lot of people like to do, they like to keep their driver's license, registration, all that stuff above where the mirror is, the vanity mirror. You fold that bad boy down, your hands are always visible. Put that joint right in his hand and keep your hands like that, or you can keep your hands on the steering wheel, but keep them visible. Don't be all up moving around, fidgety and shit.
As soon as the cherries and berries go on, as they say, I have mine right in the back flap of the side seat. As soon as them lights go on, put it right there on the dash. They can see it. I sit right there. That way, my hands are back on the steering wheel. They come to the window. Here you go, sir.
Yeet.
And on mine. On mine, I got a cover sheet under the film, and it says these are all the identifying documents on my cover sheet on my binder. And then in the small print, I have in there that anything longer than 15 to 20 minutes is no longer considered a reasonable detention, which is still an arrest legally. And I bill out at $900 an hour, or for every half hour.
Boy, got that fee schedule.
All right. Hell yeah. They charge for time. Why can't I charge for my time?
There you go.
You know what I mean? So I also keep confirmation of having turned in my driver's license, my plate, a copy of when I got a state ID, which in Wisconsin kills the driver's license. So I keep all that in there. I also have a copy of my long time ago, I made my own declaration, which I also provide on my website. You guys can, obviously get them and make your own. I keep that in there, and I keep a copy of my passport application, like my explanatory statement and all that in there. Bow, bow, bow. So my cover letter has everything on there. It's all paged out so the cop can look right at it. And then what? Let's just decide. Let's say I go to court with it. All right. So now the cop can't say, unless he's going to try to lie, that he didn't receive my binder. So now I can bill them, because it says right on the front, anything past that point in time is X amount of dollars. And if he said he didn't see that, then that shows incompetence on behalf of the cop, which now that just negates the whole situation, because that's how I used to get tickets thrown out. If you find any one mistake on a ticket, which is one of the reasons why they don't handwrite them anymore, it negates the ticket. It's done. Incompetence. Right there.
I didn't know that.
Let me break in real quick. We got to do this next round here. All right. So everybody ready to take the oath to the American National Oath? Stay tuned right here, right now. It's your time. All right. So hopefully, can everybody see it? Do I need to zoom in more?
I see it.
You can see it? All right. All right. Here's the oath. All you have to do is, after I read it, or read it with me, in fact, and respond in the comments section with "I accept the oath" and your name, so that we can have it for the American National public viewing, and so that they could act as witness to the event, the induction. So make sure that you put your identifier in the comment section. All right, here we go. The American National Oath. I, your name there, one of the people unified as an American national, under oath and affirmation, do hereby and hereinafter, knowingly and intentionally, pledge my allegiance to the American nation, and its American National Consulate, waiving all benefits and allegiances from to any other nation, U.S. included, which might construe or form a presumption of an obligation or duty. In peace, I understand, understand, and overstand that I am friends with all nations and people. In war, I shall stand or fall upon my natural, God-given freedoms and liberties as an American national. My natural rights, intact and forever unalienable or unalienable and irrevocable, shall stand strong upon this North American land. In law, I shall stand at all times separate and distinct from all legal and commercial entities, a natural man or woman, sui juris, pre-existing in spirit and in truth, all de facto and colorable constructions. So pre-existing, all de facto and colorable constructions and contrivances of men. All right, so if you agree to that and you're ready to take that affirmation and that oath to the American nation, I welcome you to the team, to the family, and just signify your allegiance and your declaration in the comment section here. Also, go over to, look on the bottom of the screen, the scroll there, the ticker. I need you to go to the Proton Gmail, and I need you to forward the Gmail, your contact email. That is a secured, encrypted Gmail. And I need that, and we need that, because we need to be able to send you your certificate of authentication, your certifications. Also need to contact you, because what's going to happen is, now that we have built our family officially on the record, anytime one of us are in trouble, are accosted, and unlawfully detained, your family will now come and be witnesses that you are not within the jurisdiction of the United States. And in a moment, I'm going to show you why that is important. Okay. That case, we went over the consultant. We went over, what was that?
Anderson versus Witt.
Very good.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we give him that one?
I would, because we got so much, man. We got so much.
That's right.
So much, man.
All right. So here's the issue. All right. And I hope you all are paying attention. I do see your declarations. Keep them coming. I will try and get them up on the screen. I'll catch up and let the other teams, the members, talk. But let me get this out here. This is a case, if everybody can see it, Anderson v. Watt. This is a Supreme Court of the United States. This is going to empower us all, by Chief Justice Fuller, after stating the case. Okay, here we go. Under the Act of March 3rd, 1875, consultant, what is that act?
That's the Oh shit.
You're right.
Yeah, I think it's the Judiciary Act of 1875.
You're right.
Yeah.
And so it's determining, listen, the jurisdiction of circuit courts of the United States. So this is on the federal level. Okay, the federal circuit courts. Now listen here. This is your statutes right here, 18 stats 470 and 472. This is all about jurisdiction. This is where we're going to be empowered immensely. The objection to the jurisdiction upon a denial of the averment. This is a legal term here. You need to look this up. As American nationals, you are now empowered to administer your own estates. Nobody's doing your homework for you. We will do it collectively, but nobody's going to do it for you. You're an administrator now. All right. So denial of the averment of citizenship is not confined to a plea, an abatement, or demurrer, but may be taken in the answer. So the answer to someone else making a claim or declaration that you are a citizen, it's saying you can supply a denial of that averment. Averment's like a declaration, or they're trying to accuse you or claim that you are something. Okay. You can put a denial of the averment regarding citizenship, and that can happen. It says right here, it may be raised. The time it may be raised is not restricted. So you could do it any time. Okay. Listen here. Although the averment as to citizenship, or let's say the DA is saying you are a citizen of the United States. So it says, although the averment as to citizenship may be sufficient, yet if it appear that the averment is untrue, it is the duty of the circuit court to dismiss the suit, and this court that you're in is the Supreme Court, which is the last appeal court, basically, right? On appeal or writ of error must see to it that the jurisdiction of the circuit court has in no respect been imposed upon. I'm going to break this down for you in a moment, but let me keep going. As remarked, and see, I got all this case law here, y'all. It has been constant effort of Congress and of this court to prevent the discrimination in respect to suits between citizens of the same state and suits between citizens of different states established by the Constitution and laws of the United States from being evaded. So they're talking about the discrimination. In other words, if there is a suit between two people of the same state, okay, then they are, what's the term? They're of the same state, so you can't bring the action to the federal courts. It has to stay in the state level. But if there's a diversity, there you go. If there's a diversity, in other words, I'm in the state of Wisconsin, A6, where are you at? I didn't hear you. Can you hear me?
Maryland.
Okay, so he's in a different state. So if we bring an action against each other, it has to go to the federal courts because there's a diversity issue. We're from two different nation states. Got it? All right. So that's what's going on here. They're saying the Congress and this court, the Supreme Court, have fought to keep that discrimination so that, look at right here, by bringing into the federal courts controversies between citizens of the same state. Okay, you cannot do that. If you're from the same state and you're a party to an action, adverse action, you cannot go to the federal courts with that issue. It has to, because the jurisdiction is in the state.
Right.
Now, this is going to be important. Just follow me here. Although the 14th Amendment declares all citizens of the United States to be citizens of the state where they reside, yet as the jurisdiction of the circuit court is limited, circuit court, this means the federal circuit court, right? Limited in the sense that it has none what? Jurisdiction. The federal court has no jurisdiction except that conferred by the Constitution and laws of the United States. Now check it out. Look at this, y'all. And the presumption is that a cause is without its jurisdiction. Whose jurisdiction? The courts, the circuit court, the federal court. Okay. Unless the contrary affirmatively appears. It is essential that in cases where jurisdiction depends upon the citizenship of the parties, such citizenship or the facts which in legal intendment constitute it should be distinctly and positively averred in the pleadings, or should appear affirmatively with equal distinctness in other parts of the record. Listen, it is not sufficient that jurisdiction may be inferred argumentatively from the averments. Let me explain what you just heard. Or consultant, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you remember, or you want me to do it?
You can go ahead. I'm gonna come in.
Okay.
I'll do it in the layman's terms.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so the overall issue here. Let me just break it down. The overall issue is that the circuit court on the federal level cannot hear an issue that is between two people or individuals in the same state.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, they're saying that the DA, let's just for example, the DA is going to bring an action against A6. And he's going to claim that there's a presumption out there that he's a U.S. citizen. Therefore, we have jurisdiction over him. It says right here, jurisdiction it is not sufficient that jurisdiction be inferred argumentatively from the averments. In other words, the DA can't just say, well, yeah, A6 is saying I'm a national, I'm foreign to your jurisdiction. And the DA says, yeah, no, he's a citizen. He's a citizen. We picked him up on the side of the road. We handcuffed him and threw him in the back of a paddy wagon. Therefore, we have jurisdiction. They cannot argue that. What did it say? It says right here, it has to be distinctively and positively averred in the pleadings. Now, let me ask you a question, American national. When's the last time you went to court or got some kind of summons or a petition and they distinctly and positively averred that you're a United States citizen or proved it on the record?
They just assume assumptions.
and or they'll ask you too.
Yeah.
In their paperwork, if you're the plaintiff, or
right,
the petitioner. Mm-hmm.
So they've been. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good.
Well, like when people go in and they're like the petitioner for like let's say a child support case, because I deal with that a lot. They they either give a social security number, which alludes to that fact or alludes to them being a United States citizen, or they just check off where it says, are you a United States citizen, on documents such as like credit applications and such. They check off that they're a citizen, a United States citizen, and things of that nature. So they'll act off of the presumption with you verifying, you're verifying what they're talking about, and you give them jurisdiction, and then you try to come in and argue it later, it's kind of too late.
Absolutely. Just reiterating though, okay? This is important. This is an important case. Everybody should write this down and research this and study this, okay? It's Anderson v. Watt. Just reiterating, the DA cannot argue that you are a United States citizen. They have to prove it on the official record. Now, this court or this issue is from the perspective of the Supreme Court, okay? The circuit court did not have or lost jurisdiction, or they were trying to argue, okay? Listen here, determining the jurisdiction. This is all about determining the federal circuit court's jurisdiction. It's the court of the United States, all right? And there's an objection to the jurisdiction because the DA said we do have jurisdiction. But this individual says or submitted what's known as a denial of the averment.
There you go.
Okay. And basically said, wait a minute, I'm not a United States citizen. You don't have no jurisdiction. Okay. Look, of citizenship, it's not confined to a plea. Okay, wait, I want to skip back. Although the averment, that's what the DA did. They averred that this individual is a citizen. As to citizenship may be sufficient, yet if it appear that the averment is true. So all you got to do is defeat and give the appearance or defeat the appearance that what the DA is presuming is correct. That's all you got to do. Now tell me, there's 38 and there's probably been over 100 people in here, and a lot of them have taken the oath to your brotherhood and sisterhood. Now you mean to tell me we submit 100 signatures against that one district attorney saying on his averment that you're a United States citizen? You tell me we ain't gonna rock? Man, come on, don't get me cussing in here, bro.
Right, light his ass up.
Go ahead and cuss for him one time.
Man, come on, man. y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up. It's a wrap.
That's the power of teamwork, man. It's teamwork.
Hey, what I told y'all earlier, man, like when I used to go into these courts, I just go in and I deny everything. It's not fraud or anything. They're the ones who are committing fraud. They're fraudulently trying to get jurisdiction over you because they know they don't have it without your consent. And to, put it in layman's terms, what Courtney was talking about, just imagine you going into, let's use Walmart again. For some reason, I keep using that, but let's go into Walmart again. And everyone has, the majority of the people, in the chat, they probably have like a 9 to 5. When you have a problem, a dispute or controversy within a job, you don't go to, let's say, the president of the United States. You go to the management, what is it called? Human resources.
Right. Yep.
And that's where the dispute is had. If you try to take it to the president is going to be like, well, did you deal with it with human resources in your particular company. You see, that's what a state is. You know, they're administrating over you. They're the administration over you and your affairs because you failed to stand up for your own stuff. You take yourself out of that, and then you can go to federal court. That's where your rights are at.
That's where we win. That's where we win.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we win, y'all. No more circuit courts of the states. No more state municipality. No, none of that. We don't go there no more.
Because if you go there, they consider you as incompetent, you know, because they put out the notices. You know, a lot of people don't know that every month, every 30 days, they put out their administrative rules and procedures. And none of y'all actually took the time to read them. You just go in there because you assume, or your mom and dad told you this is the way life is. That's the illusion. It appears that way, but nothing, you know, is as it appears. Appearance is a persona, you know.
That's it.
You better know who you are and be real, you know, be yourself. Have some people behind you. That's why we're here, you know.
I gotta say, man, I'm loving the synergy here, man. Everybody's involved. It's a great discussion. People learning, people trying to jump in and do the whole entire oath thing, man. The synergy is lovely. I love it, man.
This is our family, man. This is it. It starts tonight, y'all. What y'all don't even realize what y'all just did. It starts tonight.
Facts.
If y'all don't know me, I'm the type that'll fly to where you are if you need me.
Yeah,
you know, I will go to.
We still gotta set that trip up, bro. It's a lot of talking going on, but ain't nobody really. I already said I'm ready to make moves, man. You know,
I told you any day.
Yeah, we have to do this because you know what? We're no longer going to have videos on YouTube of a so-called American national pulled over on the side of the road, accosted with no defense, no backing, no representation. That ends tonight. And I need you, and Wolf needs you, and A6 needs you too. You see, we get pulled over too. So we need y'all. So y'all got to get up on y'all game too. It's a brotherhood and a sisterhood now. This is a family. And we got one American National Consulate. And I need volunteers that will maintain and work in the consulate so that that phone stays manned and womaned all the time. Because you never know when one of us will need to call that number, okay? And we need to speak to somebody, so we will train you on what to say, what to do. There is policy and procedure. But I need, first of all, hit that email. I'm gonna put it back up. It's gonna run along the bottom of the screen there. Hit the phone number. That's your consulate. Use it. And hit that Gmail or that Proton Mail. It's an encrypted mail service. And go ahead and send your emails there so that we can send you your certification if you've taken the oath tonight and affirmation tonight. All right, this is very vital because we need to stay in the loop with each other. There ain't gonna be no riffraff. We cutting all that out, all mess, all riffraff. There is none of that going on here.
Mm-hmm. Hey, tell them, Courtney, like, you know, because I know there's some people out there that want to do dumb stuff. Like they're going to try to use this information and just do dumb stuff, man.
Yep.
Like,
yep. And you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? We're going to have somebody in every state. Go ahead and pull it. Go ahead and pull it. We're going to disown your butt that quick, like that. We're going to disown you and we're going to report your butt. You ain't one of us. We don't do that stuff. We are going treaty wise, y'all. We in peace with the United States. They don't mess with the Mennonite nation, do they? They don't mess with the Jewish nations, do they? They don't mess with the Nation of Islam, do they? No, because why? Because they're diplomatic in their business.
Mm-hmm. Go to Belize. If you go to Belize, you're going to see a whole bunch of Mennonites, and they do business there. Some of them vote. You know, a lot of people don't know that stuff. You know, I did a lot of traveling for the past 10 years, man. You'll be surprised at who has like diplomatic, I won't even say privileges, rights.
Yeah.
They're inhabitants of the earth and don't belong to no corporation.
Nope. And stop. We don't have to broadcast the power that we have.
Mm-hmm.
If you got it, you don't have to flaunt it.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't the goal to operate in your freedoms, feed your family, and set your own future? Isn't that what you after? I'm not. I mean, why would you? You don't have to flaunt this stuff. Just do right.
Self-govern.
Be honorable. Don't mess up the cause. This is when you're gone, your children will be able to benefit from this. So don't mess up for your children and your grandchildren because you want to floss and have a hot boy summer. Come on, man. Think. Don't be a U.S. citizen. We don't do that. We ain't no
It's
U.S.
all about
citizen.
being able to self-govern.
There you go.
You claim to have the ability to have the capacity to take care of yourself and to act right. Well, this is what it's all about. That's why they put that system in place, for those who couldn't self-govern. I can take care of myself. You know what I mean?
There you
and
go.
It's even better to have a family to be able to work with who also can self-govern and be there. But people out here trying to be, lone rangers and just, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. You're gonna be out there by yourself.
For sure. Don't come calling the consulate when you done something. You got a real corpus delicti. You done hurt somebody out there drunk driving, done kill somebody or whatever. Don't call the number, because as soon as that cop get on the line, we're gonna tell him he's yours.
He's all yours.
He's yours.
Fuck him.
He's yours.
Give Caesar what is his.
Exactly. Right. Hey, you gonna be a salad.
My only request,
Caesar salad.
My only request is that when that's said, I want it to be James Lovett that says it, and I want him to be on speaker. I want him to hear him say that shit. Give Caesar what is it. You messed up at that point. Like, oh shit.
Yep. Absolutely.
The cop might even punch you in the face. Like, no ramifications.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
I like Terry Doyle's comment there. New national family. That's what's up. It's American National Family Day. We should make it official. Put it on your calendars.
American National Family. You'll take off on that day, man.
Sunday, the 16th of 2021. Today is forever recognized as American National Day, or whatever we're going to call it. Put it on the calendar. All right, so we got, in 3 minutes, we'll do the last go around as far as your declaration. You have in about 3 minutes. It's 7:27 Central Standard Time. You have 3 minutes. We're going to do one last time. We know people got to get up for work and what have you. We're going to take care of that too. You ain't gonna be doing that. We're going to take care of our family. And that reminds me, there's 38 or 40 people. There's probably been, like I said, hundreds here already. Okay. And those of you that are listening to this on replay, it's just as golden. Listen to me. On that same email, you have a business, you have a talent, you have artistic ability, you have a voice. Okay. You're a mechanic. Some of you are beauticians. Some of you make t-shirts. We need it all. Come to the dark. Wait, no, we're gonna do the light side or dark side.
Come to the side.
Come to the side.
Come to the correct side, bro. I feel like he's gonna need like somebody to write his speeches for him, because he can't be saying stuff like that. No more freestyle.
Wait a minute.
Freestyle abilities are garbage.
Sound like Obama.
Wait, you want to do that? You don't want to do that. Hey, look, why you sound like the what's the Allstate? Allstate.
Oh, the Allstate.
That's Allstate stance.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hey, you know what I'm saying though, man? But y'all got love it over here with the sparkling Michael Jackson performance shirt on and shit.
There you go.
Purple rain.
Smooth criminal last name.
A6 got the old slave bandana on over there. Yes, man. I'm gonna make you some potato cakes today.
Y'all wild, y'all some wild boys, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, word.
All right, 1 minute. We're going to do that last round of declarations. So make sure you let your family know if they want to get that in on the record. This is the official, as consultant said, this is our court. We have our own court.
Oh yeah.
Send me the info. Okay. So I'm just going through these comments.
A lot of people don't know that, man. Like, you can bring your own court. That's one thing a lot of people don't know. You can bring your own court inside of these buildings.
Yep.
Because they're not actual courts. You know, the actual structure, that's not the court. It's the paperwork that goes in. You can bring your own court, and I've done it. I've won in the Capers court, and it's only a few people that have ever done that. You know,
also keep in mind that if a judge, aka a magistrate, is doing anything in relation to statutes, he's acting in a non-judicial or private capacity.
Here you go.
So you're basically walking into his living room and saying, you know, judge me privately, and you're accepting because you don't know the challenged jurisdiction. And once jurisdiction has been challenged, legally nothing can move forward until that has been established. That's what the Supreme Court has established. All right. They can't move forward until somebody proves something.
Absolutely.
And the burden of proof is on them.
Here's the question though. Like, I've heard of people saying, not people, but magistrates saying, well, what kind of money do you use? Do you use Federal Reserve notes and such? So how about that then?
If they ask that,
does using Federal Reserve notes constitute as jurisdiction?
Nah, I found it on the ground.
Yeah,
I found it on the ground.
Yeah,
I've heard of people saying that they actually use silver, and I actually got online and I got what's called the check out this company called Element Card. There's a company called Element Card online. I actually got right on eBay and got it, and it's you can buy like a small card, and it contains it has holders for element chips, so you can put gold chips, silver chips, platinum chips, any kind of chips in it, and you can put it right in your wallet. It fits right in your wallet, literally. So I mean, that's just something to think about.
Yeah. I would say consultant definitely has an answer for that as far as how to use it, because it's all about administering and being the executor of your state. There are certain EIN numbers he can tell you about.
Yeah. Hey, Courtney,
yes,
I don't know if you see that comment up there.
Where?
It's making me feel uneasy.
Oh, whoa.
What the hell is that? Tell me why I just saw that, yo. Like,
what in the world? All right, I gotta put you on the. Well, I don't know, Sissy Boy White. Who is this?
It's a troll, bro. It's a troll.
Okay.
If we got a troll, we on the right track.
Well, guess what? Block. As they used to say, block party. You remember that? Playing ball.
Get him out of here.
All right, let's do this last round for the declarations. It's 7:32. We're a little bit late. I'm gonna put it up on the screen right here. The American National Oath, for those of you that want to take that oath. Here we go. All right. Just repeat after me and then confirm in the comment section. So I, your name, one of the people unified as an American national, under oath and affirmation, do hereby and hereinafter, knowingly and intentionally, pledge my allegiance to the American nation and its American National Consulate, waiving all benefits and allegiances from to any other nation, U.S. included, which might construe or form a presumption of an obligation or duty. In peace, I understand, understand, and overstand that I am friends with all nations and people. In war, I shall stand or fall upon my natural, God-given freedoms and liberties as an American national. My natural rights, intact and forever unalienable or unalienable and irrevocable, shall stand strong upon this North American land. In law, I shall stand at all times separate and distinct from all legal and commercial entities, a natural man or woman, sui juris, pre-existing in spirit and in truth, all de facto and colorable constructions and contrivances of men. And real quick, I'm just going to show you why we're doing that and why that's important. It's U.S. Code Section 1481, Title 8, right here. You see it on the screen. This is what you just did if you elected to do that. Hopefully you already saw and knew this. A person who is a national of the United States, whether by birth naturalization, shall lose his nationality by voluntarily performing any of the following acts with the intention of relinquishing United States nationality. Here it is. Obtaining naturalization in a foreign state. What is a foreign state? Do we constitute a foreign state? Here it is. The term foreign state includes outlying possessions of a foreign state. If you're foreign to the United States, you are in an outlying possession, wherever your foot treads. Look, but self-governing dominions or territories under mandate or trusteeship. When you enter into the agreement with the with the American National Consulate, you are entering into a trustee agreement and arrangement, okay, shall be regarded as a separate foreign state. And that's what you have going on here. So in this oath here, all right, you're saying you existed as a man or woman pre-existing all de facto and colorable constructions and contrivances of men. So that's what you just did. And lastly, by taking the oath, here's what you did. Go back. All right, right here. This is how you relinquish the United States nationality. Number 2, taking an oath or making an affirmation or other formal declaration of allegiance to a foreign state. Remember, we constitute a foreign state or a political subdivision thereof. After having attained the age of 18, it is presumed and assumed that you, upon taking this declaration and oath, have attained the age of 18. And every one of your brothers and sisters are here witnessing what is happening. And they will act as your court of record. All right? And we'll have consultant probably explain that a little bit more in depth. I'm out. Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to explain the court of record?
Sure. While everybody else that is declaring that oath and affirmation can do so in the comment section, just put your name there and say something like, I accept this oath and affirmation or what have you.
I can show you guys the power of a court of record. So like I had a situation, some kind of controversy in the public, and I went ahead, so I didn't have to have any more problems with that situation. I went ahead and just created a court of record with an affidavit, a notice by affidavit, and I sent it off, that notice, to be judicially reviewed in the Supreme Court of my state, which is Florida. And basically, I asked them to prove jurisdiction over me and my whole entire family, from nativity up until present day and in the future, if they could prove jurisdiction. If not, they waive it forevermore. They gave me an order with the notice and everything, and they gave up all jurisdiction over me and my entire family. That's what I was giving the cop inside of that video from the other day. I was showing him, like, dude, yeah. And I showed him the other notice, like, if you violate anything, this is $10,000. If you wish to proceed, carry forward. No problem. I like tickets. And that's the power of the court of record, because they can't rebut it. You're not supposed to know that,
Hey,
I hope
Courtney, check the messages real quick, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking. They telling me to block this guy again, or whoever this is got back in somehow on another account. So I'm trying. That's why I'm looking off to the side. I'm not distracted. I'm just looking through the comment section. Soon we got to get a moderator or somebody to do this for me. But,
yeah, we ought to hire. See if you can get somebody to be a mod or something like that. Shit.
Yep, we'll take care of that. Have
well,
no
fear. Is Joseph there? Yo, see if you can make him a mod, or John Mello, because he was here last time. Or Tony Cooper's cool too.
Tony Cooper, yeah. I'm not sure. How do you make mods? Do you know? Or settings or something?
I thought you. I think it's in the settings.
We'll figure it out. I'm gonna monitor it for now. I'll try to watch what I put up on the main screen. I apologize, everybody, if you're offended by any of the comments. I'll do my best, but we're gonna have that too. That's why we got to
Oh,
stick.
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you got people out here hating it, and when you're doing something right, if you got opposition, you're actually doing the correct thing, even if it's 100% peaceful. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I put that up on my video, man.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the power of a court of record, very powerful.
All right.
They can't rebut it. And if they do, they commit fraud immediately, depending on what you put in there. But yeah, that's how it goes.
I did want to show you. Oh, I did show. Okay, that. Before it's 7:39. Did anybody have any other topics they wanted to bring up real quick? I want to bring in William Johnson. He's been waiting patiently. He had a question. I'll bring him in on the stream. Welcome, William. What was your question?
Yeah, my question was about the non-national versus national. I sent in the Social Security card. I also applied for Moorish non-national before the oath, the allegiance oath that I just took. So, yeah. So the question was, is there a difference between non-national American? Because I know like certain times they say a territory or republic, or even just the General Assembly, how that General Assembly works, and the statutory abatement process or the non-statutory abatement process. So just a lot of questions, but yeah, thanks for everybody's input on everything. That's awesome on your Supreme Court certified response. That's a big payday. I mean,
were you the guy that texted me earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are awesome. I started private traveling like a year ago in DC. And yeah, Maryland. What part of Maryland you from?
I'm from Baltimore, my man.
Baltimore? Nice.
Yeah. So you in the belly of the beast, you in DC. That's a whole other animal right there. You're literally in the United States, like literally, bro. You got
I'm not in DC. I'm not in DC right now, but yeah, that's where I'm originally from, and that's that's
the center of the Death Star.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you what, man. Hey, if any of y'all come to DC sometime, man, they got some good mumbo sauce. I'm gonna tell you that. You get one of them fried chicken meals with the mumbo sauce, boy. It's like cracking that stuff.
Oh yeah, mumbo sauce is you get shot over mumbo sauce in the city.
Yeah, mumbo sauce is the real deal.
Somebody's mumbo sauce.
Yeah. And it's two things we got. We got the mumbo sauce, and if you come to Baltimore, if you like crabs, bro, if you go anywhere else for crabs, you ain't eating crabs right. Come right here in Maryland and get those crabs. These crabs are the best you'll ever eat, man. I'm telling you. If you eat crabs anyway.
I'm from Maryland. I'm originally from Maryland. So
cool.
So yeah, man. So the Supreme Court, you say just challenge that jurisdiction straight to the Supreme Court go federal. Because what I figured out was the ecclesiastical irrevocable private trust, and how that's the 508c1a, and that's how you basically can just challenge the wet ink signature of the "In God We Trust," really, right? And then you can also mint your own notes.
Honestly, bro, I'll give you some great advice. The one thing you want to do when messing with these people is you want to keep everything as simple as possible. I'm talking about as a child. You want to remain that simple because they have some tricks for you where you go in and you try to be smart. They will karate chop you, man. They're like word magicians. How you want to do it? Yeah, challenge the jurisdiction and then, remove it to federal court. If you could just state your nationality, deny citizenship, if that's what you believe, and go ahead and remove it to federal court. Get it out of the jurisdiction.
I was doing it through being indigent and then taking the subsidies as a citizen to try, and then also trying to get that Treasury Direct account. I wasn't trying that hard. I didn't think, the Treasury Direct, but mastering those 3 trusts that they create for you, right? Don't they? Or you can't operate in it at all.
Nah, man, you don't want to touch that stuff, dude. A lot of people go to prison for that. Me personally, I'm not promoting that. You don't want to touch the stuff that they create. Like Bad Wolf says, render unto Caesar's what is Caesar's. Leave that stuff alone. If you want to know how to make money, hit me up. It's all about business. That's what I do. You can create your own business. You're a creator, and you want to dive into your power. Don't dive into their powers. You're going to get consumed.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, nobody's been successful at, draining out that account. Yeah.
What about the 3.5% interest to correct the account? Like there's these guys, Kazadak, Don Kalam, who else? There's they're all talking value, secured party creditor.
Yeah. Dom is cool, because Dom tries to tell you too about business. That's the one thing you got to focus on. You don't want to focus on dealing with a trust you know nothing about. If it was a trust for you, so to say, you got to think logically. If it was a trust for you, then your trustee should be telling you about your trust. It's like a literal copy of you. You understand? It's a copy of you that they use. I don't want to put it out in the public. Exactly. Like you have to hit up Courtney for that. Courtney's the man when it comes down to trust. If you want to understand it better, hit up Courtney. But I can't tell you publicly.
Yeah.
What about the master trust, the zero file? That's like
we don't really touch on that too much on this platform.
Okay.
Everybody that's trying to get all that money and all that.
No. I'm not trying to. I wasn't even trying to. I was just also looking at the like authentication process, the birth certificate.
This is the authenticated certificate of live birth, right? With everything attached to it and all that. It's not going to get you any money. It's just to verify that you have nativity to the land. Let's say we all get rid of our U.S. citizenship, right? People get rid of their U.S. citizenship. They get scared and they're like, oh, they're going to deport me. You belong to the land here. That's what it's all about. You don't want to be inside of a corporation. You want to be back on the land. That's what everyone's been talking about. We got it.
Yep.
This is a Lloydal freehold. This is like a Lloydal freehold. Like if your mortgage was like $1 million, like tough cookies, you're not moving, can't move, you're traveling, freehold. Because really it's just all these buildings in these cities, you got hold of the land. They're corporate agents, right? They're foreign, they're bar, right? So it's pretty simple.
It's very simple. I don't know why people would sign a mortgage anyway if they knew what it was. Like you got to start reading your contracts. Yeah. Matter of fact, forget reading your contracts. Redo your contracts. You have the power to do that. Look, I can't. I'm not going to show you, but you just read.
Yeah, let's not get too deep on that stuff right here, man. Let's stay above surface. You might want to hit him up privately.
Hit Courtney, man. Yeah.
Well, when you hit me, you hit them. So
yeah,
we all work together. It is what it is. We a family. This is what we do. All right. So I did want to touch on a few things because thank everybody for participating. We have it on the public record, the public court, which is the American National Court, the American National Consulate. It's all on the record right here. Everyone that took that oath and affirmation, and it's on the bottom of the screen here. I'll put it up again. Look at the bottom of the screen now, and you'll see the American Nat Con Proton Mail. We need your emails there, your contact information there. What that's going to allow us to do is to send you certifications for the affirmation that you've taken, the oath. Also, we want a web. We want an American National web wherein if one of you is accosted, stopped, whatever, especially unlawfully, or injured even, hopefully, God forbid, not, we can put out an APB all points bulletin to all of your American nationals. You never know. You might have 100 people that are American nationals in your city and you just have never, coordinated with them.
Mhm.
Well, this is what's going to bring it together. Okay. And we're going to send out an APB to everybody, and then everybody will cooperatively contact that district attorney if we put out a call. It ain't necessary in every case. I'll show you something real fast if I can get it up real fast. That didn't sound good, but you know what I meant.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Let me show you something real fast. It's called the VCCR. All right. You want to talk power? I'm going to show you some power. VCCR. This will be our guiding light, as it were. VCCR. All right. Let's see. Bear with me here. I'll get it for you. It's called the Vienna Convention on Consular Relations. I'm going to share a screen real quick here. All right. And here's what it has to do with. Hopefully everybody can see it. It was signed 1963. There's over 136 nations that signed it. All right. And what this does, it's the book, the international book, the international Bible on how law enforcement is to act and handle detaining foreign nationals. They never told you this, did they? So here's the preamble. Okay. I'm not trying to, you can read that on your own. It's called the VCCR. Just Google that, and it should bring up the Vienna Convention on Consular Relations. And it gives you all the definitions. Okay. So we are a consulate. So therefore, we are submitting our treaty. Okay. We don't submit anything. We are affording them the purview, or allowing them to purview the treaty that we are proposing of friendship, okay, and peace. And we are accepting the 1 through 79 articles of this Vienna Convention on Consular Relations because, okay, we want to be diplomatic in everything that we do. As I stated before, the Mennonites don't get molested or bothered by the United States. Why? Because they have a treaty and they are diplomatic in business. We're not coming to the table with Jabot jeans or whatever. I don't know, whatever. I don't even be trendy anymore. But
Yo said Jabot.
That said Jabot.
God damn, bro. What the hell? What I tell you about freestyling, bro?
But you hear what I'm saying. I
got
guess jeans, man. I'm from way back, y'all. All right. So, anyways, we not coming to the. My point is, we coming diplomatic. All right, we suiting up. We ain't playing. We coming. You driving your finest. I'm gonna ride with Bad Wolf because he got something nice. He drives something nice. I'm gonna ride with him to the diplomatic table. All right, or maybe the consultant. He ride nice too. Hey. But anyways, but we coming to. My point is, we're coming to the table diplomatic. Okay, suited up, whatever, And so this is kind of the guideline. This is how you establish a consular relation with the state. Okay, but I think it's Article 37. It's a short read. It's not bad at all, but it tells them how they're to handle when they come into contact. I apologize for making your eyes dizzy or whatever, but let me get down here to 36, 37. I think it was. When they come into contact, here it is. Communication and contact with nationals of the sending state. Remember, we are a foreign state by definition, right? So the sending state is the American nation or American national state. Look, with a view to facilitating the exercise of consular functions relating to nationals of the sending state. So the United States is the receiving state. Okay, so check it out. Consular officers shall be free to communicate with nationals of the sending state and to have access to them. Nationals of the sending state shall have the same freedom with respect to communication with and access to consular officers of the sending state. If he so requests, the competent authorities of the receiving state, that would be the United States, shall without delay inform the consular post of the sending state if within its consular district, a national of that state is arrested or committed to prison or to custody pending trial or is detained in any other manner. Any communication addressed to the consular post by the person arrested in prison, custody, or detention shall be forwarded by the said authorities, look, without delay. They're not messing around with this. I'm going to put this out there in the airwaves. The United States has already been called up in the international courts. At least three times they've been sued because they did not deal with the foreign nationals correctly. I can show you the case. So guess what? You think they want smoke? They don't want smoke. They're going to do in accordance with the international law here of the Vienna Convention, on consular relations. So that's why we are extending our treaty. We're coming in peace. We will do commerce and trade, but we will not, in other words, we will be in proper status and form, okay? And we have a great team here that can help you guys get where you need to get. But I'll let you guys read the rest of this. I don't want to take up all the time. I will say it is 7:54 Central Standard Time. I think we have given quite a bit. We've gone 3 rounds as far as taking your national oath and all that. Make sure you hit the Proton Mail, okay, on the bottom of the screen there. All right, with that, I'm going to yield the mic and I'll go back to comments. It's open floor. Anybody can speak.
All right.
Y'all are sleeping, huh?
I was doing stuff. I was moving around. All right, cool. So look, let me ask you a question. So, just for everybody that knows, that's very interesting information about the BCCR. If you connect the dots with the foreign national police policy PDFs, they are a direct derivative from those lawsuits that he just talked about. Those foreign national policy police policy PDFs are a direct derivative of the DCCR. So that is why there were incidences where people were sued and they issued the police officers to correct how they were dealing with foreign nationals. So this is why it's important to have the correct documentation in your cars or your personal conveyance when you're out traveling. It's very important to have that stuff because if you don't, you might run across a rookie. And I talked about this on my channel with when you travel, the times of the day you travel. You guys probably remember I put that video out. And depending on what time of the day you go out and travel, you might have a rookie. When you first get a job in the post office and you green, you get the shitty hours. You don't get to pick good hours. You don't get to work from 8 to 5 and come home and be with your family and stuff like that. No, you get to work from 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. or however it works out. And you're going to be sleep throughout the day when everything else is open. So with that said, you might get a rookie at night if you're traveling back and forth who don't know what the hell that the difference between traveling and driving is. You're driving and your plates aren't right, so I'm giving you a ticket, and I might try to pull you out of your car. They usually don't, but so there you have it. So you got to have this documentation on hand. Once they see that stamp and that seal on that documentation, and they go back and talk to whoever they are, their superiors on their radio. Do you know anything about in Maryland it's 1113 in Baltimore? Do you know about police policy 1113? And they say, let me research it, and then the operator looks it up on our computer. Yeah, it looks like it's official. He said he's a foreign national, which is a non-U.S. citizen. Boom, boom, boom. Does he say he's a diplomat? Well, it doesn't say he's a diplomat. Basically, he's just saying he's a foreign national. And there's a whole entire list and direction of how they're supposed to handle you. Not supposed to be dickheads. Like the 3 times I got pulled over. First time, the guy was trying to basically overstep. You guys saw that. And when he checked his shit, he basically figured out he was completely in the fucking wrong. Second time was cool. No problem. The guy knew what he was doing. The third time, that guy had an attitude, if you remember when he pulled me over. Guy had an attitude problem. He was trying to cut me off and be a dick. His whole attitude completely changed when he came back to the car. He was, I'm just going to give you a citation, such and such. He was whispering. And it's because one of the things that's mandatory is they have to treat foreign nationals with respect and dignity, not just run all over you. And that's the whole purpose of that, because if it becomes an issue where people are treated terribly and it becomes an issue with the United States itself, you might have an issue with, let's say, for instance, one of those ambassadors' daughter comes over here to go to New York and hang out or something like that. And I've used this example before. And let's say she's even driving in a car with a license or whatever like that. She got her passport. And she gets pulled over by a police officer, and the police officer's like, get out of the car, and yanks her out and shit. Like, this is the ambassador's daughter, and yanks her out of the car and jacks her up and hits her jaw on the goddamn curb. Bro, that's a damn war.
That's a war.
Yo, that's a war, bro. So they have to be on point how to deal with foreign nationals.
It's an international crime.
Exactly. That's a problem right there, bro. Like, that is literally a problem, So gotta be careful, man. They gotta be very careful. So that's why we want to be, as far away from their jurisdiction as possible, and classified as foreign nationals.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
All facts. Did anybody get that clown out of there?
Man, he done set up like 5 accounts.
You can't.
Weird.
You can't. Yeah, it's a lot of dedication to that, man. You know, he probably a police officer for real.
Most likely.
All right, let's take questions, man. Why don't you go ahead and highlight a question?
Say again?
So why don't you go ahead and highlight those questions, bro? A lot of people asking questions in here.
All right. Let's do that. Oh, just by the way, someone had mentioned that we need to get our own consulate IDs. Okay, so this is one that I have generated. Oh man, I gotta get it on. So the thumbprint's there in purple ink.
Yeah, it's dope.
All right. And it's got all the stuff about the being American national and all that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking this is going to be kind of the format, diplomatic consular identification card. I've actually already used it. People are like, what the heck?
That is hot.
Look, on the back side of it, you can see the picture of the authenticated birth COLB there. Then it's notarized, okay? And then it says, what it says here. It says, under consulate post instruction, I am not to make any statements, answer any questions, or in any way make any admissions, accepting any participation which, in so doing, may protect life and limb under threat and duress, okay? And then it gives a warning, the unwarranted detainment or arrest of the individual identified heretofore without probable cause of or imminent occurrence of property damage or bodily injury shall attach financial liabilities, liens, and other private administrative relief, see fee schedule. Notice is hereby accomplished that any violations of individual identified heretofore shall construe acceptance upon full consideration herein given of all liabilities in either or both representative and or individual capacities. And so, yeah, I'm thinking I like this format. It's card, it's laminated, it's tough. I'm pretty rough on everything, and it's lasted for. Oh, I just dropped it, but it's lasted for quite a while. Bad Wolf, we've been out, and you see me with it. So we may generate everybody. I do have the format already. All I gotta do is put your picture on it. I'll send it to you. Put your thumbprint on it. Okay. We'll discuss that a little bit later because we want to have uniformity, right? Mm-hmm. We got to have uniformity. I'm gonna go to the question or the comments real fast. Let's see. Did we get rid of that troll?
Nah, he's still here. I guarantee it.
He's still there. A6
that pop up in a second, but
okay. A6, that officer was shook.
Oh yeah, yeah. His whole demeanor changed, bro. Like, yo, you remember how he was trying to bark? Give me your license. Give me your license. Then when he came back, he was whispering like a little bitch. I'm gonna be honest with you. He probably started writing the ticket, and then it was like somebody called him, like, "Yo, let him go." He was like, "Oh shit, I already started writing the ticket." Like, yo, don't go to court for that shit. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah.
Right. So I say we give 13 more minutes. We'll cut off at 8:15 so everybody can get about their business and enjoy the rest of their American National Day. Right? All right. So American National Day is officially, you guys agree? May 16th? May 16th? We'll make it American National Day.
We got to take a vote on that, yo. Everybody needs a vote. So
all right.
I guess everybody in favor of the 16th of this month being American National Day, hit 1, I would say. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my 1 up because I can't do that. So I'll put my 1 up now.
All right. Something else to consider is that Memorial Day. I know that's a United States thing, but that's Memorial Day is what? The 31st is at the end of the month. But we need our own day. We need our own.
Yeah. Day. No. Yeah. The first. Fuck that.
Yeah. So hit a 1 if you're with the 16th being the recognized from now on as American National Day. Our first holiday. What up? On the record, this is your court. This is your court. All right, I'm gonna keep going with the. You got 12 more minutes to get in your questions. We're gonna be cutting off. We appreciate everybody. More information will start to stream as you submit those emails. You'll start to notice. We'll start streaming information to you. You'll be in the know. If they mess with the consultant again, everybody gonna know because it's gonna be in your email. And we're gonna be the thumbprint cards. Let me show you that while we're waiting. Anybody can bring up a conversation if they want to. I'll just be pulling up stuff so they can see.
Well, I was just kind of reading.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I just had a question. How soon can we get those cards?
I mean, I can get them. We can start mass producing and getting them out. I mean, you just submit I got the emails, and so you've taken that oath. We also got to get the I'm gonna show you the thumbprint card. Let me see where you at. Here. So you're gonna have to sign the release, obviously. Here, I'll put it up here. All right. So I need some artists. I need artists. I need you to be able to, we did this here. It's just a rough, okay? But it'll fill the gap for right now. So this is the symbol of the North American land. You can't see. Wait. Can you see? Okay, hold on.
No.
I'll share. Here we go. All right. So here's our letterhead. Unofficial, okay? Because I'm looking for artists who are great at computers and stuff like that. I just put, we just put this together right now. This is just a space filler. American National Consulate, North American Natives in Trust, the American Nation, okay, the letterhead, because I've already been sending stuff out, so I had to, put something together. All right, as the chief correspondence officer for the consulate, and here's a little emblem. It's like a little button there, but that's Northland, the continent, the Northland. All right, so anytime that you correspond with the United States or interlope or whatever, have minimum contacts, this is your reference number. Please be respectful. Don't mess this up. That's the reference number. Whenever the State Department, because this is going to be, the treaty has this number on there, and it says that whenever one of the American nationals makes contact with the United States, that they will reference this number here, and that'll let them know through the chain of title or what have you that it is in fact, what it is. So this is a release for the property usage of your thumbprint and what have you and images. Okay, that's important. Okay, so everybody will get one of these to their email that sent their email. It'll have all the clauses to it. The ANC is the American National Consulate, obviously. That is your headquarter. All right, so I'm going to fast forward. So here you'll see, this is where you'll put your autograph. Your autograph is here. You don't have a signature. You're a natural man. You don't have a signature. You have an autograph. And that is called your autograph or mark. So you'll do your whatever right here. And then here you'll put your right thumb. Make sure that you roll it, just like you did when you got locked up. Come on, don't act like you don't know. All right, use purple or red ink, please. All right, and roll from one side to the other, and then date it. Okay, this is your card, your autograph and seal page. What you're going to do is this is going to get sent to your email. You just simply print it out, and then scan it back to the consulate Gmail. And then we'll have that release. So that way, anytime that one of our American nationals have an issue, we can generate it immediately and put it right on the affidavit. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That was a good idea. Consultant had come up with, I believe it was. Okay, so and then it has the arbitration agreement here. Okay, so that if there's any issue, remember, we're outside of the jurisdiction of the United States. So why would we bring an issue to them? We have to learn how to deal with our issues ourselves.
There you go.
Okay, so we will set up our own quote unquote Supreme Court of the American nation, and we will be voting in those who will sit on the seat. Okay, and they will act as the arbitrators. Okay, over any issues of dispute that we may have. So this is the arbitration agreement. It's under the jurisdictions, obviously, of the American National Consulate, the American nation. It is some UCC because that is an international law, and you can read it. Okay, so it will be sent to you if you have sent in. And another great point that the consultant had brought up is we don't need notaries.
Mm-hmm.
Stop going to the notary as of tonight.
Yeah, they're extensions of the United States.
Yes.
They got permission from them, you know.
You are now in the company of the most powerful union. We establish by matter of fact law what we say as American nation now. So whenever you need something verified, you have hundreds and hundreds of American nationals that are going to witness you what you need them to witness. And ain't nobody coming against that. That's certainly not a DA. We too strong. We too powerful. So that's what that is. All right,
That's
moving on.
brotherhood right there. I love it.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. We're not playing any games, y'all. And put it this way. All of y'all are officially inducted as the police of the American nation. If you see somebody doing something stupid, stop them. You hear me? Stop them immediately. Don't let them tarnish your name. We need our name to be squeaky clean at all times. All right. I also have this document here. This is a rescission. This is what you saw if you were watching my channel. I went into the motor vehicle, and this is what I took them to rescind the state issued stuff as far as the driver's license and all that stuff. So we do have that form available for you. But I wanted to get to, wait a minute here. Okay, we did the oath. Oh, the treaty. Most important, right? Let's do this treaty real fast. Here's the treaty. Here's your treaty. This is your American National Treaty. Here we go. The American nation. Here it is. Notice and statement of intent. This is going to the Department of State, Department of State. Peace and friendship, coexistence, and recognition of the American nationals, rights of American Native people. Okay? Not intended for use by United States citizens. And there's your reference number. Okay? So as of tonight, if you've taken that oath and you want to, if you're corresponding with anyone under the jurisdiction of the United States, there's your number. Put that on there. Put it on there. It'll be sent to your emails. No worries. So check this out. The style of this unincorporated association shall be, this is your style right here. So when you refer to yourself under the nation, do it just like that. Just like that. And use that reference number. All right. There's your American National Oath that you took. Okay. There's the preamble to the VCCR I told you about, the Vienna Convention on Consular Relations. See, it's in there. And then you will read this. I won't bother because we're running out of time, but read this through. And you can see I've cited case law. I've cited Supreme Court rulings. You are known as the signers because each one of you that have elected will be signatories to this Declaration, Constitution, Treaty. Okay? There's your reference number. See, it says American nationals under this pledge and oath shall provide due notice and intent to all interested U.S. parties through declarations and explanatory statements. Bad Wolf knows about that. Attaching to all communications status reference number. There it is. This is necessary due to the unavoidable and fundamental necessities for minimum contacts with the U.S., its agencies, and citizens. Got it? All right. We're a peaceful people. Don't be out there beating up on United States citizens, y'all. Don't do it. We're peaceful. Don't mess with Caesar stuff, man. We don't do that. All right. We're under the highest laws and obligations. Okay. I put a little bit of the ancient text, some of the scriptures, because they respect religion and all that. So I put that in there just to let them know we are peaceful. We do have a moral compass and a guide. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not because we're religious. I'm not religious. Don't fall for that. All right. So everybody has to be 18 unless they have a guardian. What else is important in here? Well, I'm just going to let you read it over. But then it says at the bottom. Oh, well, might as well read our disclaimer here. As non-enemies, non-belligerents, non-combatants to the U.S., each signer subscribes her individual mark and seal, set hereupon as token and pledge, declaring with unified purpose and intent the aforementioned oath and the following statement. Here's the statement. I, the signer, under no compulsion, threat, or duress hereby voluntarily affix my individual mark and seal with full intent and knowledge of all aforementioned declarations, statements, oaths, pledges, implications, inferences, and meanings. And having done so, take no regard nor any regret of whatever may come in so doing. My mark and seal hereupon affixed does construe my expressed will and intent, and I have knowingly consented to the attachment of my mark and seal hereupon. So then it's going to tell them to see the attached mark and seals, which the page we just went over. Okay. So that will be coming to your email if you have taken an oath and your email is logged in the Proton mail. All right, I'm gonna be quiet with that, and we'll rock out. I'll let you guys all close out. I've said enough. Give your handles and your emails and your whatever you want to put up or whatever, how they can contact you and stuff.
All right, so you can hit me on a-6_grindtime@protonmail.com. If you need to reach out to me, you can also, if you want to donate to the cause, it's $ Anthony Lawson IA6, all one word.
So it's a-6_
grind time. Yeah, it's a-6_ grind time at Proton Mail.
At Proton Mail.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm typing it in right now. So Proton Mail. Okay, so I'm putting it up on the screen now. Tell me if it's correct. All right, there it is. a-6_ grind time at protonmail.com.
Yeah, that's it.
A6.
Don't forget the dash. Don't forget the dash.
Don't forget the dash. All right, and next.
All right, if you guys want to holler at the Bad Wolf, y'all should know that it's just James C. Lovett on Yahoo. Otherwise, you can just catch me on the website, which is blacksite32.com, all one word. And contact, some video links, whatever's all there. You can email me from there. So make it hot. Let's get it.
Email is James C. Lovett, one word?
No, use the U.S. National and then passport, all one word.
So James C. Lovett, U.S. passport, U.S. what?
No, just U.S. passport or U.S. national passport.
Okay, U.S. national. Trying to type it in. National passport. Okay.
At yahoo.com.
At yahoo.com. Got it. U.S. national passport at yahoo.com. All right, that's going up right now for the Bad Wolf. All right, and next.
All right, y'all. And if you want to contact me, you can contact me at Westcoff Consulting at Gmail.
Spell it for me. Westcoff.
Westcoff is WESTCOFF.
Okay.
Consulting at gmail.com.
At Gmail. All right.
Yeah.
Let me know that this is, I think it's correct. Westcoff Consulting. There you go. Westcoff Consulting at gmail.com. All right. And I think I got everybody.
Yeah, if you want to contact me about setting up your businesses or whatnot, just hit me up.
Yep. Westcoff. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think it was successful. I thank you again for everybody tuning in. We'll definitely do these more frequently, getting the group together. It's all important that we stay together. Don't disappear. Okay? It's only going to get better now that we're coming together, right? So all we need is a few incidences, right? That's all we need. A few incidences, and we all work on those few incidences and awareness. The United States and their jurisdiction start to be like, I heard about this. American, don't even mess with them no more. They're honorable people. They're not doing anything. They just want to be, left alone, essentially. And they're diplomatic. We don't got a problem with them. They participate in commerce. No problems. Leave them alone. All right. So
Next.
we know it's going to happen, but you know who to call. We got that bat signal up in the air. American National Consulate.
Yep.
All right. So here's the deal. I'll run through the tickers on the bottom one last time. If you want to donate, we appreciate your donations. We don't get many of them, y'all. So we're standing in the gap for everybody. This is your American National Consulate, and we appreciate your appreciation. So there's how you can donate. All right, whether it's $1, $2. All right, we'll make it go to good use, and you can put in the description where you want it to be directed to, and we'll take care of that. Other than that, this show and other shows are only intended for American nationals. While we may be in the public, we are speaking directly to our nationals, okay? Because we don't have that other platform yet. We got to get some coders out there. American Nation needs their own platform. All right. In other words, we already did that. Never mind. All right. So once again, there is your Proton contact for the consulate and the phone number 1-833-AMERCON or 263-7266. And I see a lot more comments here, but we're going to have to get off. We'll be on here all night. Let's see, one moment. And I will post this appreciation here. Where is it at? Terry Doyle, I appreciate what all of you guys are doing. Thank you very much. We thank you, Terry, for tuning in. Thank you all for your support. And everybody, sign off.
All right.
I'll play the outro and intro one last time. Yeah, everybody will have access. Everybody here in this membership, in this group here, will have access to the Proton Mail. We're going to work all that out so that everybody has access and can see what's going on so that we can keep it open line of communication. All right?
All right.
Love you all. And now you've been set free or made free. What are you going to do with it? We'll talk to you next time. Thank you. Peace.
All right, guys. Have a great one.